What's going on, everyone? In today's video, we're going to be breaking down how TJR makes 1.2 million a month through YouTube without getting millions of views, and also breaking down the strategy. That way you can implement the same thing into your own content, whether you're a coach, consultant, founder, agency owner. The strategy is pretty much the same. You can take the key principles and apply it to your own content. So we'll break that down. But first, to start off, I want to talk about his social funnel, because a lot of people who post on YouTube don't really leverage this. So TJR has millions of followers all across Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and he can leverage these social platforms to drive traffic to his YouTube channel. And the reason this is important, and I don't have LinkedIn on here, I didn't even look to see if TJR is on LinkedIn, but if you're big on LinkedIn, principle remains the same on there as well. But the reason this is important is because your long form YouTube content is the best way to get people to know, like, and trust you, because they spend a lot more time with you here. He has videos for like 20 minutes to an hour long, and you're going to build a lot more trust when someone spends that amount of time with you versus, like, maybe a 1 minute Instagram reel, a couple minutes on TikTok, or a couple tweets on Twitter. So by leveraging this audience and pushing them to YouTube, this is where he can get the most know, like, and trust from his audience. And now I want to talk about the descriptions he has on all of his videos as well. It's not the most SEO friendly, but this guy has a massive platform, so it's not really that important. But he makes it really easy for anyone who's interested to learning more about what he does or working with him to do so. So these links are first thing you see in the description. And if you have a link to a lead magnet, a link to a calendar, it should be the very first thing in your description. And it should also be the first pinned comment in your comment section. You want to make it really easy for people to work with you if they have interest in doing so. Don't make them search to find you. And then he has created playlists. And this is really important because it helps tell YouTube who to show your content to. Like, he has a bunch of trade recaps. And if you're a day trader, and you're only interested in watching like trading videos on YouTube, you'll probably be suggested this content. But if you're someone who just likes watching like vlogs and people like driving Lambos, you'll probably get suggested his vlog content. So this is important because you're essentially helping YouTube show your content to the right audiences. So when you're creating content for your own YouTube channel, it's important to put your content in different buckets depending on the type of videos you're making. All right, now let's move on to his top of funnel content here. We're gonna be talking about his top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel, and sort of why it all works together. So his top of funnel content, the purpose of this is to capture attention of very broad, unaware viewers by meeting them at their problems, curiosities, or in this case, at their dreams and desires. And it's not about your product. You're not selling in these videos. And these titles speak to identity-based desires. So in this case, freedom, money, youth, and they're very outcome focused. The format is story driven and it's front loaded with emotion and highly clickable. Because, like, if I'm a young man and I don't have very much money, but I want to be rich, I want to live a luxurious lifestyle, and I see TJR sitting in a penthouse, I see him buying his dream car, that's going to invoke emotion out of me because I want to envision myself doing the same thing. And when you see someone else living this life, you want to click onto it because you want to see more of what it looks like so that you can envision yourself living it. So you're really able to push on a lot of people's emotions and get them to click on these videos because they want to see that lifestyle for themselves. And what TJR is doing in these videos is he's planting the seed of authority without selling anything. He's sharing his wins without pitching, which builds curiosity because a lot of people are finding these videos and they're saying, okay, this guy's like super wealthy, but how did he get so rich? Like, why is he so rich? Which is building a lot of curiosity to know more about who TJR is as a person. So this top of funnel content is getting him a bunch of attention and people are going to be curious on how he got so rich. So to recap on this, TJR doesn't sell in these videos. He's positioning himself as an authority at scale. And that brings me to my middle of funnel content here. The purpose of these videos is that now that people know who he is through his top of funnel content, these videos prove that he's an expert. He breaks down his processes and he shares his personal story in depth. So now he's telling everyone how he got rich, exactly how they can do it themselves. And this is sort of where more of like the selling comes in. So these videos shift from lifestyle and storytelling to teaching. He's giving like step by step how to do things. And the CTA shifts from just like liking and subscribing from up here to more mentioning free resources like his Discord, his boot camps, free courses. And he's basically pre-qualifying his buyers with educational content because only serious prospects are watching this content, right? So this middle of funnel content here is where TJR filters the dreamers from the serious prospects. This is where strangers turn into warm leads, right? Because again, you might have someone who's just a car enthusiast watching this video because they want to see what your dream car is. And then after they watch the video, they thought it was cool. They don't return because they don't give a shit about trading. And that's why top of funnel content is so broad because you're not really attracting your ICP. You're attracting a very large, broad audience. And I like to say like the top of funnel content and middle of funnel content sort of works like a Venn diagram where you have this circle here, another circle here, and you have top of funnel content, and then you have your middle of funnel content here. And there's like a slither of people that go from top of funnel to your middle of funnel content, right? So a lot of this broad audience doesn't give a shit about day trading. There is like a percentage of them that goes like, okay, this is the lifestyle he lives. Now I want to learn about trading. So it's a very small percentage. And that's why I say like views do not equal clients. We want to make sure you're targeting the right people. But there is like some sort of crossover of people who watch that top of funnel content that do then become interested in what you're offering. But if we take a closer look at his middle of funnel content, he's literally breaking down step by step, like how to day trade FOMC, how to spot a break of structure in the market, how to manage emotions while trading, how to spot fair value gaps in the market. He's giving full courses, so beginner's guide to start day trading in 2025. This video absolutely smashed for him, almost 1 million views, over 5 hours long. Oh, and I forgot to mention, like TJR has been on the absolute fucking grind. Like 1.5K videos is absolutely insane. So I know a lot of coaches get a bad rap of like, oh, he's a guru scamming, but 1.5K videos is unreal. That's an absolute grind. So you just kind of got to respect that. And you don't need to post 1.5K videos to see good results on YouTube, but this guy's been grinding, so he deserves his success. And I say that to say that like I'm showing you guys examples, but this is a very small sample size. If you look at his channel, he has a bunch of videos. And if you look at the packaging from his top of funnel to his middle of funnel, it's completely different. Like these thumbnails here are packaged in a way that invokes emotion, whereas his middle of funnel content is like straight to the point. You're seeing pictures of charts, and that's how we know like the people who are watching these videos are interested in trading, and the people clicking to watch these videos are the viewers and audience that we actually really care about because they're showing a clear interest in the information that he's giving, which then can push us down to his bottom of funnel content here. And the purpose of these videos are made for people who are already bought in emotionally. They just need logical and social proof to act. So these titles are direct, they're polarizing, or they're testimonial based. There's no fluff in them. Here, the CTA shifts from downloading free resources to like straight book a call with me. And these bottom of funnel videos have two jobs, which is to eliminate doubt, so objection handle, and show proof that the solutions you give away in your middle of funnel content actually work. These are made to push someone over the edge. If we take a look right here, we'll see like how he helped this 20-year-old trader go from unprofitable to 93K in 90 days. So the shit he's teaching actually works. He's showing how he's teaching beginners the basics, how to start trading with $100, and how I would start day trading with $0. So what he's doing with these videos is he's handling objections. So he might have someone who's completely broke and is like, all right, well, can I even do this if I have no money? And this is handling that objection. Here's how you can do it with no money. In this video right here, he's probably telling people what to expect in his course, The Blueprint. He's showing proof of how he's making $44,000, his best trading day all year. So he's showing proof that all of this stuff actually works. And then when he's CTAing, he's taking them directly to his landing page where he can pitch them on his $4,000 course. And if you sell any high ticket product or service, YouTube is the way to go. And TJR is leveraging this platform to perfection. Because if you look here, he's taking people who, one, don't even know who he is, and then introducing them to who he actually is if they have any interest. And then when they get here, he's letting them know that he's aware of their problems. So I'll put P.A. He's problem aware. And then he's also solution aware. And not only is he solution aware, he's showing proof that those solutions actually work right there as well. Now, this next part is really important because you need to know why this works. And if you don't do this, then it won't work whatsoever. Even if you follow this strategy, it won't work. So let's talk about why. It's because he knows his ICP so in depthly, if that's a word. He knows what their dream outcome is. And if you don't know this about your ICP, you can take a screen cap of this, and then you want to write down the answers to all of these questions. So you want to list every desire. He knows what their problems are. What journey does your ICP go through? So from awareness to conversion. You want to ask yourself, what is the gap and how do they bridge it? So you want to curate your content around this. And what do I mean by that? That's being problem aware and solution aware. So you want to let your audience know you know exactly what their problem is and you are the bridge to their solution. So you want to make content around that. And that's middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. What is your USP? So your unique selling proposition. How are you different from your competitors? Why should they trust you? That's where you want to show that social proof in your bottom of funnel content. Your deliverables, what's the sales argument behind your offer, and potential questions and objections. You'll handle those questions, objections in your bottom of funnel content as well. And if you take another close look at TJR's content, like I said, he has 1,500 videos, unreal. But he does a good job of answering all of those questions. He knows what their dream outcome is. He's very problem aware, so he's making content on how to do it while you're broke, giving you solutions. He's giving you a full guide on how to solve those problems. And then he's showing you that his stuff actually works and he's making a ton of money doing it. And that's exactly what I do for all of my clients as well. Like before we even get behind a camera, we need to hop on a call for about at least like 30, 45 minutes to an hour and answer every one of these questions in depth. And then we build a full content funnel around it. And that's how I systematically guarantee that the content I create for my clients doesn't just get views, it drives inbound leads consistently. Because when you know exactly who you're talking to, you have one avatar in mind, and then you make content for them, it's going to be inevitable. Like, obviously, they're going to be interested in hearing what you have to say. And then when you create content that's good enough and really speaks to them, they're going to be interested in learning more and wanting to buy from you. And like the GOAT Israel Adesanya once said, I don't throw in hope, I aim and fire. That's exactly what we do when we come up with a content strategy. We aim and fire. We know exactly who you want to speak to, and then we speak to them in a way that's going to get their attention, invoke emotion out of them, and position you as the solution to their problem. So if you're interested in me implementing this exact strategy for your business, book a call with me. It's going to be the first link in the description, and I'm really looking forward to talking to you. If you like these breakdowns, go ahead and hit subscribe because I'm going to make a lot more of them. Cheers.